Hello, everybody, and happiest Friday. As you're jumping on, make sure you type in the comments what you're grateful for. I'm so excited to have this live with Coach P lunch. Go ahead and type in the comments what you're grateful for. Let me know you up in here. Let me know where you're watching from. If you're watching from the MASH Collective, if you're watching from the Life Mastery Ignite group, if you're watching from YouTube, we up in here streaming in all the places. So just let me know where you're watching from. And then, of course, type in the comments what you're grateful for. We're getting ready to get this party started. I'm so excited about this Friday. It's the last Friday of January. We made it through all of the seasons, right? We made it through all of the seasons of January, week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. We are up in here and I'm excited about it. So go ahead and type in the comments what you're grateful for. Say hello, good morning if you're on the Central Standard Time, West Coast. Good afternoon if you're East Coast. I'm excited about being here. We got a lot to talk about. Yes, we got giveaways to do. Shout out to our winners from last week who were active in the community. Shout out to Ariane and shout out to Shanique who won last week. We got 2 new winners this week. Listen, we started giving stuff away and people was like, let me get on the case. Okay. Good morning, good afternoon. Hello, everybody. I'm excited and ready to get this party started. For those of you guys who don't know me, I am Precious Bivings, affectionately known as Coach P. And that's for everybody who loves and knows me. I am an intuitive thought leader who helps high performers, right? Those people who are already making amazing shit happen, public figures, and everyday folks transform their mindset, right? So that they can reach their personal fulfillment way past any accolades or anything they've been previously or currently known for, right? Way past anything they could possibly see, think, and know, and also help you heal, grow, expand, and make amazing shit happen. We've built some thriving communities like this one right here, the MASH Collective on Facebook. Of course, we have Life Mastery Ignite and all those other things, right? We got Instagram. Follow me at Hello Coach P. And the idea is for you to show up in this space where you can get the motivation, the mindset alignment, and then really, right, marry your highest best self so that you can keep making amazing shit happen in your own life. And so I'm happy and grateful to be a part of your journey in any way possible. And so on Fridays, we get busy. You know what I'm saying? We show up and I share a little bit and then we make amazing shit happen. And I go live in these locations, right? YouTube, Life Mastery Ignite. Shout out to my Igniters, which is our private group coaching journey. That of course allows for people to really like have a safe space to unpack, right? To look at themselves, to analyze and really master self so that they can master their health, their wealth, and their relationships. So type in the comments if you are a Life Mastery Igniter. Type in the comments, what up, Coach P? If you are in the MASH Collective, let me see you. Let me see you. Hey, y'all. Hey, Vandalyn. So good to see you. Hello, Sharon. Thank you so much, my love. I appreciate that. Hello, Adina. So good to see you, sunshine. Yes, Vandalyn said, I'm grateful for the sun shining through my window. Me too. Shout out to Adina, who's in Ignite. Yes. Sharon said, I'm grateful for knocking out my morning routine from Greenville, South Cackalack. Yes, represent. I'm going to be there this weekend, as a matter of fact. Karen said, happy Friday. Hey, Karen. Hey, so good to see you, boo. Judith says, grateful for a late breakfast with my loves. Loving your look, Coach P. Thank you, boo. I am up in here. Listen. My hair is growing back so fast. I don't know if you guys remember, but it was so low just last week. And now it's like it's growing out of control and I'm so excited about it. Odessa, good morning, good afternoon. Hello, good to see you. Happy lunch. And what y'all got for lunch? I'm gonna show y'all my lunch today because I went and got it in advance, you know what I'm saying? After my workout. Hey, Vita. Vita said, I'm grateful for my body healing itself. Yes. Judith representing Ignite. Yes. Adina said, I'm grateful for moving my body this morning. Yes. Karen said, grateful. This is my night off. Rest needed. Love it. Renee Williams is in the building representing LMI. Yes. Hey, Shanique. Danielle Washington. Hey, boo. Miss your energy. Karen, see you. Yes. Ebony said, what up, Coach P? Yes. Representing the MASH Collective. I love it. Do me a favor, y'all. Tag your folks. Let them know because today's live is going to be live. Today, I'm talking about self-forgiveness and I got so much to share. So make sure that you tag your folks. Y'all are gonna want to share this with your family and friends. I'm already telling you. All right, Ebony, good to see you. Ebony said, I'm grateful for the movement in my body. Yes, yes, yes. I love it. I love it. I love it. Shanique said, I'm grateful for peace, joy, and being able to appreciate the beauty in all things. Get into it. Somebody who has not clicked the link above says, Happy Friday. Grateful for the opportunity to be intentional about my recovery. Come on and get into it. Whoever that is, I love that. Ebony said, I already had a late breakfast. I had chicken stir fry. I like it. I like it. What are y'all having for lunch? If you haven't had lunch yet, what are you having? If you've already had lunch, share what you got. Let me know. Karen said, yes, you look so refreshed and glowing, Coach P. Listen, y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready. Do you got your notebook on deck? Do you have your pen on deck? Are you ready to go higher? I am ready. My gratitude for today. I am grateful that I've taken this week. I took this whole week, started last week and all of this week to recharge, retreat, and realign, right? It's still the beginning of the year. And it was important for me to get clear about what it is that I wanted to experience personally and professionally in this space. I wanted to be able to rest, right? I felt it. I heard it. I knew I needed to. And so I've been in this retreat, recharge, relax type space. And it's been so good for me, so delicious. And I'm grateful that I recognize that I'm worthy, that I'm worthy of being able to recharge, realign, and rest. A lot of times we don't think we're worthy based on a narrative that we heard from our parents, grandparents, how people grew up, people's expectations of us. And so being able to show up in that space of recognizing that, hey, I'm worthy of resting and recharging. I'm worthy of having this experience on a regular basis. I just come back from vacation. So the narrative is, well, you just got back from vacation. Why do you need to rest and recharge? Because I need to. I want to, and I get to, right? So I'm grateful for that. Let me show y'all my lunch. I went to Kill Me Crazy, and they didn't make it all pretty like they normally do. Somebody else must be in the kitchen. But it is the salmon, goat cheese, pecans, or walnuts. Pear, got a little pear in here, got a little green apple up in here, and smoked salmon with orange balsamic glazed dressing. So it is going down with James Brown when I get finished. And what's funny is I forgot I had an appointment at 1:30, so Eastern Standard Time. So I'm gonna have to eat that on the quick. But before we go any further, what was your pick of the day? Go ahead and share your MASH pick of today. Let me see it. Vita said, come on up in here, Aligned by Design. Yes, thank you for sharing and tagging your group. I love that. Danielle said, rest is vital, as that's often where the magic occurs. Listen, all the time for me, every time. It's funny because I was talking to a friend and she was like, you do this at least 4 times a year. I was like, I know. She was like, oh my gosh. Because I do, like, and I think it's almost quarterly. It's almost like every quarter. I haven't really paid attention much, but it's almost like every quarter where I rest and recharge and do all the things. So yeah, it's true. Judith says, yum, Coach P. Yes, honey, it's going to be so good. Yes. What are y'all having for lunch? Share it. Hey, Naomi, so good to see you. She says, I'm grateful for my ability to choose my self-care and relationship with me. Yes. I love that. Thank you for sharing that. Aquila, hey girl, hey. She says, how do I become a part of the other programs? Easy money. Go to www.lifemasteryignite.com. And somebody put that in the comments for us, www.lifemasteryignite.com. And your information is there for registration for our other programs. Hey, Regina, happy Friday. All right, so Vandalin's card was, yes, you do know. Have you picked your MASH card of the day? Let's get into it. We're going to pick, and then we are moving forward. Last week, if you guys missed our lunch and live with Coach P last Friday, we talked about you being able to keep small promises to yourself, but also more importantly, the benefit of that is you building your self-confidence and self-trust. And so I gave you guys a 3-day challenge. Tell me this, did you complete the 3-day challenge? For my folks in Life Mastery Ignite, it ended up being a 5-day challenge because we were on our 3rd day when I added 3 more. So Answer the question in the comments. Did you keep small promises to yourself for 3 days? If you're at Life Mastery Ignite, let them know. Represent. Represent and let them know. Listen, Life Mastery Ignite is off the chain. When I tell you the work is being done, I was having a staff meeting and I was just bragging. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so proud of Life Mastery Ignite because these folks are in there like doing the work. They're doing the heavy lifting. And a lot of people don't do the work, and meaning the work of self-mastery, letting go, surrendering, allowing, acknowledging, because it is tough. But guess what, y'all? We do tough shit. All right, so the pick of the day, the first one is card number 23. Take 3 deep breaths. This card has come up often. So in the nose, out of the mouth, in the nose, out of the mouth. One more for the road. In the nose and out of the mouth. Here's what the card says. It's time to let go of the breath you've been holding. Relax your shoulders. Let your tongue fall from the roof of your mouth. Drop your jaw. Relax your forehead. Get the lines out. Get the lines out of your face. Are you looking like this? Are you looking intently? Right? Relax the space between your eyebrows. Here it is. You deserve to pause, interrupt what's happening, and breathe at any time. I don't care what you're doing. I don't care how you're doing it. You deserve to do so, right? When in pain, breathe. When you're excited, breathe. When you're scared, nervous, and unsure, just breathe. Breathing is so spiritual. Breathing is natural. Breathing is your birthright. Breathing helps you to center, root, and ground yourself. Right now, take a deep breath in the nose, out of the mouth. Yes, good job. Now let's keep making amazing shit happen. Let me see what y'all talking about. Karen's pick was 43. You deserve to be accepted and validated. Yes, Karen. Ebony said, yep, I'm committed to picking at least one MASH mindset card every day. Come on, Eb. I love that. Danielle said, card number 8, I am whole and complete. That is your card, Danielle. Yes. Dina said, yes, I completed the challenge. So proud of you guys. Good job. Anitra, hi, Anitra. She said, yes, I kept one small promise for 5 days. Congratulations. Yes. Karen said, yes, I kept all my small promises to myself by reading and moving my body. Good job, Karen. I love that. Odessa said, OMG, 23 is my card. This message is for you. Listen again, right? Listen again. It's coming back again. Yes, Karen said, those 3 deep breaths saved my day yesterday. I love that. Listen, when you use the tools that you got, you can get more because you use the tools. You know what I'm trying to say. Sharon said 4 out of 5 days. Let's go, Sharon. Great job. Majority rules. I love it. Vita said, yes, I kept the small promise of trusting my inner voice. I love that. Good job, good job, good job. Perfect. So here's what I want you to type in the comments, right? My breath is sacred. Type in the comments, my breath is sacred. When we pause and allow ourselves to take the deep breath, I don't care if you're at a stoplight, I don't care if you're upset, right before you make a decision, right? It could be one of the most best decisions of your lives, which is the most important time to take a deep breath. So take that breath, right? And allow yourself to connect with your inner self, right? It's a chance to breathe, to think, to let go, surrender, to become more aware. That breath is sacred. It's a game changer. It really determines it helps to determine your next move. When you skip that breath, you're moving in that survival and that struggle state, right? Even if you're excited, you might be like, oh my God, I'm so excited. And you're moving so fast, you forget to pause, take a deep breath. It's still that much more important. So your breath is absolutely sacred. Number 2, right pick of the day is 36. This is my year, right? 36 is my year for this year. Sometimes the plan isn't necessary to prepare. Listen, this card came up last week, and I think it came up again this week too, but definitely last week. Listen, forget them plans. We talked about this last week. Forget them plans. Keep it pushing. Forget them plans, right? There will be times when you won't have all the details or know what steps to take. Take the step anyway. Move forward, right? But that doesn't mean you have to stay stuck. Prepare by getting ready. And if you're already ready and you don't know what step to take, right? Move forward is all you need to do. The step in front of you is the one you got, right? Prepare your mindset, your body, and your circumstances for what you ask for while you await the plans, right? While you await the details of the plans. But here's what I asked you to say last week, and here's what I'm going to ask you to say again. I don't need the plans. I'm ready to go. Type in the comments, I don't need the plans. I'm ready to go. If that's you and you are in this space where you're ready to trust without a shadow of a doubt, then decide right now, I don't need the plans. I'm pressing go, right? I am ready to go. Type it in the comments. Type it in the comments. Let me see it. Let me see it. Let me see it. I see you, Samantha. I see you, Tashanta. So good to see you. Yes, Tina Matt. Yes. This next card, y'all going to be so happy about. It's one of my favorites. You're going to be like, yes, the spread is in the mix today. The cards always be knowing. Ooh. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. There was one on top that I think I need to share. Listen, I see y'all up in here. Ebony said, I don't need the plans. I'm ready to go. Shanique said, I don't need the plans. Yes, Regina, come on up in here. So good to see you, boo. Yes, Sharon. Yes, Karen. Yes, Adina. Come on with it. Somebody I can't see. Yes, 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 yes. I see you. Danielle said, listen, forget them plans. Yes, I love it, Anitra. Whoever this is, I see you. Yes, yes, yes. Samantha, come on up in here. Yes, Vita. I love it. I love it. I love it. Now, there was a card before the one I'm getting ready to share, but I feel compelled to share this one. Here's the question. 57 leaked out. Are you obstructing God's ability to move the universe on your behalf? Take a deep breath. I have obstructed God's ability to move the universe on my behalf. You know how? By getting in my own way. If that's been you, type in the comments, me, right? Just type me too. Just type me too, because that's been you too. Listen to what this card says. It was staring at me, asking to come out. So here we go. Not believing you are worthy of what you've asked, prayed, and meditated for is a way of obstructing God's ability to move the universe on your behalf. Just gonna sit this right here on the shelf. If you're still asking and praying and meditating and hoping for shit, but you don't believe you're worthy of what you're asking, praying, meditating, and hoping for, you're in the way. Get the fuck out of the way. You're in the way. You're in the way. It's simple. You're in the way. How do you get out of the way? Do the work around mastering yourself so that you can see what God sees. Got it? I'm not even going to read the rest of this card. If you got the deck, pull it out and read it for yourself. But this is for somebody, okay? Type in the comments, yes, this is for me, right? Recognize, it doesn't mean your entire life, but whatever part in your life that you're still struggling with seeing that you're worthy, this card is for you. Type in the comments, yes, that's for me. You must be willing to see and honor your worthiness by your movements, by the steps that you take, by the way that you eat, walk, talk, love, all the things. Allow how you show up, right? Who you be, what you believe is in your energy. People don't care what you're saying out your mouth. They recognize it based on how you be. And how you be, right, determines if you're obstructing God's ability to move the universe on your behalf or not. Because the shit will come to you and you'll still be like, that ain't mine. That ain't for me. And it'd be dead up, straight up for you. Okay. All right. I got to move on because I'm on the timer. All right. So here is the actual third pick. That was a bonus. Here's the third pick. Number 16. 1 and 6 is 7. Here's a reminder. Manifestation isn't magic. It's intentionality. Period. Point blank. Got it? Type in the comments, magic isn't magic. Manifestation isn't magic, it's intentionality. Type in the comments, manifestation isn't magic, it's intentionality. That is the boom, that is the cat, and that is the pow. That is something that you must recognize. That manifestation, right? Manifesting your life isn't hocus pocus, wishing on a star, or just speaking what you want. To manifest something is to intentionally materialize your desired outcome. Manifestation is about intentionality and holistically moving your mind, body, and soul in the direction of what you want to be, have, or experience. Excuse me. You deserve and are worthy of experiencing the desires of your heart. Be intentional, right? That is it. Align with what you want. Move in the direction of it, and then things will start to fall in your lap. It'll get easier before you know it. You'll be moving, shaking, rocking, and rolling before you know it. That's that. Got it? Got it? I see you. I see you, Karen, Anitra, Ebony, Adina, Shanique, Tina, Regina, Karen, Odessa, Vita. I love it, y'all. I know some people I can't see. I'm so sorry. Renee. Yes, 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 yes. I see you guys. Yes, Ebony. I see you guys. All right. So I got to do this, and then I got to do our giveaway. Okay. So we're talking about, very quickly, we're talking about self-forgiveness. Where's my, okay, I got some printouts. So I was talking about self-forgiveness because I talk often about how and why it's important to heal first. If you have a deep trauma wound or deep wound or big thing that you're struggling to forgive, why it's important to start your healing process so that you can organically forgive, right? When it comes to self-forgiveness, the healing process, right, is still the start. But the difference is, right, you get to make a decision off the top. Worthiness is very much so a part of and at the start of self-forgiveness. Most people struggle with healing and forgiving others, right, because they haven't forgiven themselves. Have you ever had somebody who did some shit wrong to you? And then they start mistreating you, avoiding your phone calls, got an attitude with you, very defensive when you come around, and they were the ones who wronged you? That's because they can't forgive themselves. Have you been that person? Type ouch in the comments. If you've experienced it, type ouch. If you've been that person, type ouch. Just ouch. You ain't even got to explain it, right? And so that's how important the healing and self-mastery journey is. I'm going to say process, but journey is, because when you start to master yourself, you start to see, oh shit, I've been moving like I'm not worthy, and I'm worthy. I've been having an attitude with this person because I didn't know how to forgive myself for what I did to them. So I was hoping to subconsciously push them away, when in essence, I need to forgive myself so that I can now, right, benefit and pour into and get poured into and experience this actual relationship, or not. But either way, I'm holding myself back. When you are not in a space of healing and self-forgiveness, right, achieving your dreams is hard, right? Reaching your goals is hard, right? Having relationships is hard. Basking in financial success is hard. Being healthy in your body is hard. Everything begins to be hard when you harbor bitterness, unforgiveness, and anger about your own shit. Cancer, lupus, ingrown toenails, headaches, skin rashes, all those things come from you holding. What you don't express, you hold. What you don't process, you hold. Type I got it in the comments if you got it. I want to make sure you got it before I move forward. Type I got it in the comments if you got it. And so when you recognize, right, that I'm worthy of forgiving myself of the most heinous things that I've done, terrible shit that I wish I would have never done, right? I'm worthy of forgiving myself of that, right? I'm worthy because if I see myself as not worthy, everything else in my life is impacted and affected by my lack of worthiness. There's people who are walking around with cancer, and the root of it is unforgiveness because they don't believe they're worthy, either to forgive somebody else or to be forgiven by themselves. There's people who got lupus, who got AIDS, who got whatever, ingrown toenail, headache, skin rashes, can't have a baby, all these other things. And then the moment they start doing the healing work, diseases disappear, skin gets clear, relationships get better, money is in the bank, right? Oh, I'm pregnant. Oh, I wrote the book, started the business. That shit is all intertwined. We are mind, body, and soul. So the importance of forgiveness, right? Self-forgiveness is so important that when we do, oh my gosh, when we do forgive, people treat us differently. When you forgive yourself, people have more respect for you. When you forgive yourself, people can love you deeper. When you have more, when you forgive yourself, people want to do for you. They want to be where you at. They want to be in your presence because your energy shifts the environment, and now you start to attract people who are in agreement with what you believe to be true about you, which is that you're worthy and you deserve it. So here it is. I got 11 things that you get to, right, forgive yourself for. Now, I got it from this site called lifehack.org, and it was great. It was 11 great things that I loved. I was like, oh yeah, this is all good, right? So number one is forgive yourself for your past. It says it's very easy to let past mistakes fester and clog the present moment. However, that is the fastest road to depression and unease, also disease. They didn't say this, but I'm adding it. It is important to remember that everyone makes mistakes, and it's all about how gracefully you can learn from them. Embrace yourself for a future of beautiful experiences. Here's the deal, right? Forgiving yourself of your past also includes forgiving yourself of who you were when you made those decisions, because you didn't know. See, when we start doing this work, a lot of times we hold ourselves accountable for some shit that we know now. You didn't know then. Of course, you can be all snubby about it now, like, I can't believe I did it. Oh my God. Da, 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 da. Well, you didn't know. And of course, it's easy to say that shit now, but you didn't know. So step number one, forgive yourself for the decisions you made when you didn't know any different, when you didn't know any better. Forgiving yourself of the past when you made decisions that were best for you at that time, but that no longer serve you now. Type in the comments, number one, I got it. Type in the comments, number one, I got it. Let me know that you got it. All right, so number two, forgive yourself for failed relationships. Have you been holding yourself hostage for a relationship that didn't work out, whether it be a friendship or a romantic relationship, for a mistake that you made in that relationship or friendship, or even if it wasn't a mistake, you just believe that you are the one who messed it up, right? Here's what they say on lifehack.org. Matters of the heart are no easy matter. If you let them, they will hold you back from future love and friendship opportunities, right? The trick is to focus on the present, not the past mistakes you have made, so that you can build yourself an even future. More importantly, let's go a step deeper. Acknowledge the mistake. Stop hiding from it. Stop running from it. Stop denying it. They don't say this, but y'all know we got to go a bit deeper. Go ahead and, you know what I'm going to say, own your shit. There's been decisions, things I've said, ways I've moved in past relationships that I had to own. Like I could have done better. I didn't know, in that moment, that was my best. But now I recognize, given the opportunity again, I would move differently. I'm going to forgive myself for that, because I know that's not the best of who I was, right? I'm not perfect. I don't want to be perfect. Don't need to be perfect. What I need to be is committed and consistent to my self-mastery. As you master yourself, you're able to own your shit quicker. Type in the comments, I'm ready to own my shit. That's number two, right? So forgiving yourself means, number one, acknowledge it. Stop pretending like it didn't happen. Whatever it is, don't let your shame hold you hostage and keep you in defense by hiding and denying. Go ahead and own that shit. Be honest. It was your fault, or you messed up, or you made the mistake. It's all right. Now, let that shit go. But you can't let go of what you're not willing to acknowledge. You can't let go of what you're still denying. You can't let go of what you won't even own. And so you will still be holding that shit against yourself while you're in denial. You'll be still holding that shit against yourself while you're pretending that it wasn't your fault. And it's okay that it was your fault. It's not the end of the world. It was your fault. You made a mistake, and it's all good. Now you're going to take responsibility and move forward, because sometimes it's your fault and it's your responsibility. And sometimes it's not your fault, but it's still your responsibility. Either way, it's your life experience. Got it? All right. Wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, wait a minute. Krista here, cousin. Come on, Krista. Yes. Krista said, I own my shit. Yes. Y'all, find Krista's comment and love on her. That is my boo, honey. Listen, Krista don't cuss. Listen, Krista said, I'm tired of this shit. Number 3, forgive yourself for your weaknesses. Oh, this is a good one. I'm going to see what they say, then I'm going to break it down. Daytime could not exist without night, nor light without dark. In the same way, we would not know our strengths without our weaknesses. We should embrace our imperfections and learn to accept ourselves for all that we are. Acceptance is key. Forgive yourself for your weaknesses. That was a big one for me. That was a big one for me. Oh my gosh, that was a big one for me. Me being able to forgive myself for my weaknesses. I've had unrealistic expectations about life since I was born. It's one of my strengths, but it can also be a weakness of mine. Because my strength in it is that because I have unrealistic expectations, I dream big. I'm not in a realistic mindset when I'm dreaming, right? I don't care what looks like down here on earth. It doesn't matter to me. I go way above and beyond that. On the flip side of that, my unrealistic expectations cause me to believe that I'm not supposed to have weaknesses once I've acknowledged them. Type in the comments, me too, if you've been there, right? And so it could be the Virgo in me, it could be the overachiever in me, it could be all of that, right? And so because of that, I've had to be very conscious to forgive myself for the spaces where I'm weak and not judge myself for being weak there, but allowing myself to show compassion that, yeah, that's not a strong suit of yours, but it can become stronger if you like for it to. Easy, right? So type in the comments, right? If you've been there and you are ready to forgive yourself for your weaknesses. It's such a beautiful thing because when you hold that kind of shit against yourself, people unrealistic will take permission and liberty and hold that against you too, which at the end of the day, you get to decide. And I'm deciding that I'm no longer, right, judging and holding myself in a negative vibration for my weaknesses. I will acknowledge them. I will show compassion to them, and I will learn and get stronger and better if I choose to, or I will hire someone to show up in those spaces and take care of that for me if it's work related, right? If it's like job related, if it's business related, I don't want to waste a whole bunch of time trying to learn a new skill that I'm not interested in. If it's a weakness of mine, I can hire somebody. If it's a personal characteristic that I want to get stronger in, I can actually hire help so that I can hire an expert in that area and become stronger in it. Either way, all is never lost. Type in the comments, all is never lost. Okay? Number 4, hurry up because I don't want to keep y'all long, okay? We're already at 12:30. I'm coming. Number 4 is forgive yourself for insignificant mistakes. When you make a mistake, right? A small little mistake. Or do you hold small shit against yourself? I've been there. Perfection is precious. I've been there. Recovering perfectionist. No longer. I'm free from that shit. If it's you, just say it with me. I'm free from that shit, right? Forgive yourself for insignificant mistakes. It's not a big deal. Stop making it a big deal and stop taking yourself so serious. Number 5, forgive yourself for the people you have judged. Did you make a judgment about somebody and then come to find out you was wrong as shit? I've done that, right? Have done it, do it. And then immediately I forgive myself like, oh, damn, I was wrong about that person. I forgive myself for misjudging them and judging them at all. Got it? All right, I'm going to speed through these because we got to go. Number 6, forgive yourself for your lost hopes and dreams. Now, here's what I want to say about this. Ain't no lost hopes and dreams. If you're still living, shout out to Cicely Tyson, who I absolutely adore, who transitioned. And I'm sure she transitioned with love and light yesterday. So many people are celebrating her. And I think about her and her stance when it came to acting in roles that she chose to play. She said, she played one role one time. And then this white reporter like said to her, like, oh my gosh, this role made me feel this way and feel that way. But it was a racist, bigot comment that he made toward her. And it made her recognize, hey, listen, I don't have the luxury to just be playing roles and shit. Like, I'm going to use my platform to make a statement and to help Black women recognize their worth. And so a lot of her career felt like dreams and hopes and shit was lost because she wasn't just taking anything and she saw other people succeed. But that's never the case. You get to show up in this space of choosing. You're worthy of it. And nothing is never lost, right? So you can forgive yourself. You feel like, oh, I didn't do this back in the day when I was in college, or when I was in my 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, whatever I should have done. If you're breathing, get your ass moving. Got it? Number 7, forgive yourself for self-criticism. Forgive yourself for talking crazy to you and replace those negative, low vibrating words with words that serve and support what you really want to feel and who you really are, right? Stop talking crazy and forgive yourself for it, right? When you recognize a new pattern or a new way of being, that's not a chance to hold yourself. I'm never going to forget how I used to talk to myself. What you're also saying is, I'm never going to let go of this pain. When you tell other people, I'm never going to forget what you did to me, you're also saying, I'm never going to let go of the pain that you caused me. which is ridiculous because that means that you're now carrying around that pain and it influences and is the colored glasses that you look through and how you see the world and what you think is possible. Let that shit go easy, quickly, and as fast as possible. Number 8, forgive yourself for bridges you burned. This is so important. I like that they added this here. As people change, relationships often change. Sometimes burned bridges are necessary for mental health. But even when they are not, there is almost always a way to mend teetering relationships. Here's the thing, even when it's not a way to mend it, even when you burn a bridge and made the mistake to burn it, right? And the person says, no, you burn that bridge, you can never come back. Forgive yourself and know that that relationship may be gone and it was a good one, and you don't have to make it bad because you can't get it back. You ain't got to create no false story about how the relationship wasn't shit to begin with because you can't go back across that bridge. But what you can do is wish that person well, appreciate the times that you had, and attract an experience even greater because now you know better, so you can appreciate it better. Got it? Type in the comments, I got it, if you got it. All right, so that is 8 on forgive yourself for burned bridges, right? Just type in the comments, you got it, if you got it. Okay. I told y'all to tag your folks because you're gonna want to share this. Number 9, forgive yourself for your shortcomings at work, right? If you've been slacking off or you're not your very best self at work or whatever it is you're doing, forgive yourself for not showing up as your best. Allow yourself time and recovery and then get to your best self, period, point blank. Number 10, forgive yourself for the times of selfishness. Ooh. A lot of you guys, especially in Life Mastery Ignite, who are mastering boundaries and pouring into your own cup first so that you can, of course, give from that overflow. This is especially important for you when you start to do that work around boundaries and self-prioritization. You start to feel guilty, shame around putting yourself first, or people will say to you, you're real selfish. All you do is think about yourself. Yeah, it's time for me to predominantly think about myself. It doesn't mean I don't think about any other people. And I forgive myself for agreeing and being in alignment with other people's impression or other people's interpretation of me showing up for myself. I'm going to embrace that and then find ways to show up for others if that's what I want to do. Got it? Say yes in the comments if you got it. And then number 11, which I think is a good one, especially for us, is forgive yourself for the perceived laziness, right? If you found yourself being lazy, like you're avoiding stuff, you're not getting stuff done, lazy has such a negative energy. But sometimes lazy is just relaxed. Sometimes lazy is just easy. You're being real easy. But if you've been lazy, right? You've been avoiding, you've been not picking up, not doing what you need to do, not showing up for yourself, being in this space, forgive yourself, because the only reason why you would be in that state is because there's some part of you that doesn't feel worthy. And that's why it's important that when we show up in our shortcomings, when we show up not our best, it's important for you to not let yourself off the hook per se, because sometimes you need fire under your ass, but you also need to show yourself compassion. There's a difference between having fire lit under your ass and holding yourself accountable and being critical, judgmental, and nasty toward yourself, right? That's 2 different experiences. And you know the difference because you can feel it when somebody is being nasty, critical, and judgy toward you, right? Versus them being compassionate, holding you accountable, and putting some fire under that ass. Under that ass. My tongue got tied. And so it's important for you to forgive yourself. So here's the homework for today. Just for today, make sure, right? Make sure that, oh, wait a minute, hold on. Shanique said, yeah, when you call yourself lazy, it makes it seem like you can't bounce back. Exactly. And you can. You absolutely can. All right. So just for today, right? Here's what I want from you. I want you to decide one thing, not a whole bunch of things. One thing, take it one bite at a time, that you want to forgive yourself for. I want you to write it down. And when you write it down, right, I want you to write a little note to yourself. Here's what I want to forgive myself for. Here is why. And then I want you to take a deep breath in the nose, out of the mouth, and let that shit go. You're worthy. And you deserve to forgive yourself I remember when I had to forgive myself for believing that I was responsible for my experience of being molested. The person who sexually violated me said, well, you always known what you wanted since you were 5 years old. And they had been molesting me since 5, and I was 10 at this time. And I was saying to this person, hey, listen, this is unacceptable. Because I learned that if no one was going to stand up for me, I had to stand up for myself. And this was somebody that I trusted, that I loved, that my family loved and trusted. And this grown man said to me, but no, I thought this is what you wanted. You've always known what you've wanted since 5 years old. And I took what he said, even though I was there standing up for myself, I took what he said, and that was a part of my life experience. I moved like if anything happened to me, it was my fault because I know better, because I know what's best for me. And that wasn't true. That absolutely wasn't true at 5. It wasn't true at 10. And it damn sure wasn't true, as a child being violated, right? But it took years for me to uncover and work, doing this work, right? Doing this work with myself, doing this work with therapists, doing this work, coaching myself through this, guiding myself through this, in order for me to recognize that I was not responsible for what happened to me, right? On top of that, then the next level was I needed to forgive myself for believing that I was wrong for not sharing it with my family. Because what family do, right? And not in an attempt to hurt you, but they do. They say stuff like, well, you should have told me. Why didn't you tell me? And immediately, as a child, even as an adult, you find yourself wrong, right? For not saying something. And so then I needed to forgive myself for that. That I moved, right? I reacted as best as I knew how at that time because I was surviving a traumatic experience. And when I was ready, I said what I needed to say. And that's okay. And that level, that's some gut level, that's some deep, that is some heavy. I see you, Ebony. That is some heavy, right? Self-forgiveness, but that's the kind of work that when it's not done can hold you back your entire life, in your health, in your relationships, in your wealth, in all the ways. It can absolutely hold you back when you're not in a position, right, of understanding how important that work is. Type in the comments, I got it if you got it. Let me know that you got it. Let me know that you got it. Somebody said, Coach P keeping it real as usual. Yes. That is who I am. Thank you for recognizing. Ebony said, agreed. I have consciously started to try to not call myself to call myself this. I get it. Good. Karen said, that was me. Yes. Ebony said, wow, that was heavy. So glad you were able to address this. Yeah, absolutely. Ebony says, I work in the child welfare system. I get it. I totally get it. Yes. Krista said, I am not responsible for the wrong done to me. Absolutely. Right? Your only responsibility is to recover from that hurt, from that pain. And so when you recognize that, it completely changes the game in your life because it allows for you to show up in a space of being able to consciously tell between the difference of when someone deserves or when it's time for you to forgive somebody else or let something go, when you can forgive yourself. And the more you heal, the more you forgive, the more you let go, the healthier you become, the better your life is. And these are things that you get to do, right? If you're looking at it from the perspective that, oh my God, that's hard, that's scary, it can be for sure. I won't bullshit you. However, it is the best gift I've ever given myself is doing this self-mastery work. And you get to do it too. All right, so just for today, make sure you write down the one thing that you're going to forgive yourself for and show up in this space of honoring that. And for our winners, yes, let's talk about our winners for this week. Every Friday we do giveaways. You get a surprise in the mail. Shout out to my folks. Have you gotten your surprise in the mail? Did you get your surprise? Shanique is one of those and Ariana is the other. If you guys are still on, let me know in the comments if you got your surprise in the mail for your winnings for, right, being engaged, doing the work in the MASH Collective. This week, when we dropped that thing, 2 more people rose to the occasion. And those 2 people are Karen Knox Fields and Ebony Williams. You guys are the winners right, for most engagement in the MASH Collective. We always pick 2 winners each week. So if you're not a winner, get active in the community. We're giving away MASH merch, mindset cards, surprises. If you got all the merch, I'm probably going to send you a surprise. You know what I'm saying? You just never know what you're going to get. And so make sure, right? Make sure that you are active in the community, that you're doing what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? That you're doing the work, that you're commenting, that you're liking, that you're engaged when other people say stuff. Because I don't pick the winners. Actually, Facebook does. They have an analytics in the group and they show you who's been the most engaged in the community. And I just pull that up and it shows me the top 10 actually. And once it does, we pick the top 2, one person from Life Mastery Ignite and one person from the MASH Collective. So because you are a winner, do me a favor. Make sure that you inbox me with your email address and your mailing address, and we will send you your prize. Woo-hoo-hoo! Thank you so much for being engaged in this group. I appreciate y'all so much. And that's it, and that's all. So just for today, right? Remember your worthiness, show up in a space of honoring who you are, what you came to do, and decide the one thing, right? It can be a very small thing. Maybe it's a mistake you made last week. Maybe you forgot you picked up your kid late from, some kind of practice. Maybe you didn't say something that you should have said. Maybe you said something that you shouldn't have said, right? Whatever it is, small thing, right? Easy. You don't have to pick the big thing, right? I mentioned that example about my childhood because that was something that I needed to forgive myself for, and it opened up the door to so much more in my relationships with my mother and my family, my daughter, like all the things, right? A small thing that I've forgiven myself for recently was I canceled a credit card and I shouldn't have because I saw some charges that didn't look familiar. And so I was like, oh, hell no, what is this? And so I was impulsive and I made an impulsive decision and I just canceled my credit card, and now it's going to take a couple of days to get to me. And I'm practicing not being impulsive. And so because impulsivity is a two-edged, everything has 2 sides. No matter what it is, from anger to love to sex to money to weight to health, everything has 2 sides, right? Impulsivity is one of my superpowers because I can make a decision right here, right now, real quick. I have a direct connection to my intuitive voice, so I can impulsively do something and it works out for me all the time. When it doesn't work out is when I feel that impulsive nature, but then I don't listen to the voice that says, hold on. Have you done that? Have you like felt something and you heard hold on, but you was like, oh hell no, I'm moving forward, and you move forward and you was like, shit, I should have waited. I should have listened to the voice. The voice always speaks to me. It always helps guide my impulsivity, but when I don't listen, so that's a mistake that I made a couple of days ago that I had to forgive myself for. Because I went to go use my card to get some lunch and I only had $20 worth of cash. I didn't even have enough money to get my food. So I forgave myself for that. Normally I hold it to myself. Can't believe I did it. But now I'm like, oh, it's all good. We'll get the card. It'll be fine. All right, so that's your homework. I love y'all so much. Have a supercalifragilisticexpialidocious Friday weekend. Life Mastery Ignite. Y'all got work to do in the community. I look forward to seeing y'all there. MASH Collective. Make sure you continue to show up. YouTube, thank y'all for watching. I love y'all so much. Peace.